More. We just going live right here. Let's see if anybody comes in the chat. I was telling a couple of people I'll probably go live tonight, but I wasn't sure. I put a post up to see if anybody was interested in me going live, but didn't get any response from my subscribers. Maybe I did it wrong. Still learning how to do this live. Yesterday was my first live, so we'll see. Let me reverse the camera here. Yep. We'll see if anybody comes in. It was a rainy day so far today, off and on. Yep. I have a fan running in the background, so hopefully that's not too noisy. My last live, it was on the same speed, so it should be great. And of course, it's still humid outside, so a little bit tight with the asthma still. Well, nobody in yet. Might have to just do a short one. Yesterday, I think someone would have been in by now. And we went for over 2 hours for our first one. That was pretty good, I thought. Well, nobody in yet. YouTube, though, has been being very naughty in shadow censoring people's channels if they have to do with 2A stuff. A lot of people, if they have their alerts on, when someone goes live, it doesn't alert them. Happens to me all the time, every day. Hey, we got 4 people watching. Hey, double tap the screen and subscribe if you're not a subscriber already. Michaels, welcome. Looks like you got 4 people in here. Hey, thanks. If you got any questions about them, let me know. How's your day going today? 18 people in now. Great. Come on in, guys. Double tap that screen. We only got 1 like. Let's get all 18 of you in here. Doing great? Good, good. Hello, Froy. Welcome in. 45F. What's that for? Got a question on that one? So we got 8 people in now. What happened to the other 10? Double tap that screen, folks. Get those likes up. And subscribe if you could. That would be great. If you like 2A content, that'd be awesome. I'll go ahead and reverse the camera here so you want to see me if you'd like. Hey, how's it going, guys? There's a face to the voice there. You have a few guns here on the rack as well. The top one is a Zastava 16 gauge. The one below it is a 12 gauge from late 1800s. The next one below it is a 12 gauge as well. And it's an exposed hammer. The one below that one, which is this one here, is a 12 gauge. And the one at the very bottom, sorry, the chat's kind of getting in the way of it, is a 10 gauge exposed hammer. So maybe you want a specific one you're looking at. I'm not sure. Let me see if I can lower this a little bit and get a little bit closer if you wanted. There you go. Top one's a 16 gauge Zastava. The next one down is American Gun Company. The next one down is H.C. Sterling. And the fourth one down is a F. Williams. And the third one down, or the bottom one, sorry, is a HC Sterling as well, and that's a 10 gauge. The other three in the center are 12s. And then we got ourselves, I'll switch the camera again. We got ourselves over here some more. The one on top there is a Stevens 25 rimfire. Next one down is a 2520 lever action Winchester Model 92. Below that is this one where my tip of my finger is a Winchester Model 92 as well in 3220. The one below that one, second from the bottom here, is a 2535 lever action Model 94. And the big old sucker, I just set it there this afternoon, is a 338 Lapua, a Ruger Precision. Go ahead and move you back over here. And maybe you want to know what some of these are. So we got ourselves right here, 357 Ruger Blackhawk. Right here's a Cimarron 45 Colt. The big one back behind, that's a double barrel shotgun Beretta Silverhawk 10 gauge. We got right here's a single shot Stevens 22. Right here's a 9x18 Makarov. This is a 25 ACP. That one there's a 3220 Colt, 1905. And this one right here is a, let's see, it's a 38 Smith & Wesson Colt from 1915, I believe. This one here is an Ivor Johnson in a 32 Smith & Wesson short. And yeah, that's the single shot right there. Anyways, well, we had 18 people and we only got 2 likes out of that. Oh, that's not good. I see there's was one person watching yet. Oh, now there's 0. We need to get some more people in. Hey, someone came in. Welcome, whoever that is. Oh, you came again. Hey, how's it going? Got any questions? See if I can answer them about the guns on the counter or behind me, those shotguns. I don't know if you were on when I was showing the other rack with my lever action Winchesters. Went on a shooting range this afternoon. We're not a range, it was just out in the desert. Shot some of my guns, did some videos, did a couple shorts. Do I test the guns? Yeah, I mean, I shoot them. Let's see here. Hey, J-Dog, what's up? Thanks for coming. I shoot this one quite often. I shot that one for the first time today. It's a 38 special, or not a 38 special, 38 Smith & Wesson. And then I have not shot the 25 right here, or this single shot, or this 32 Smith & Wesson short. It's going pretty good, J-Dog. Did some shooting this afternoon. Sadly, I got rained out. Started raining on me pretty good in some of my videos. So if you looked at some of my shorts, one of them especially, I'm getting rained on pretty good. And then I just quit because it's just too much. Yeah. How about yourself? Hey, Tristan, yo, what's up? Double tap that screen, folks. Subscribe and like. Yeah, I had to quit. I had to quit shooting. I did probably 6 or 7 videos, maybe a little longer. I posted 3 or 4 shorts of what I did today, and I'll probably do some more later on. I'm not sure if I should do them shorts or if I should be doing them as video format, because shorts take so long to add up for view hours versus videos. What is it, 3,000 hours versus shorts are 3 million? It's retarded. Anyway, hopefully they don't shut me off for saying that R word. I'm doing pretty good, Tristan. Pretty good. What's your favorite gun? Okay, so it depends what genre you're thinking about. If you're thinking about handguns, as in a semi-automatic versus revolver, if you're thinking of shotguns versus bolt action versus semi-automatic rifles, or you're meaning all the above, my favorite, because I can't answer that one, favorite. Let's see here. Put my phone on silent. Of all my pistols, I would say one of my favorite, at least of revolvers, is my 45 Colt Cimarron right here. That's in this leather sheath. It has about a 1.5, 2 pound trigger. Let's see. This little 22 dry firing it's probably like a 1 pound trigger. And then I have a rimfire 25 Stevens, that's about a 1 pound trigger. Of my shotguns, I'd probably say it's that right here, this Beretta Silverhawk 10 gauge. That's my favorite shotgun. Of my semi-automatics, I don't have that many semi-automatic rifles. I have an AK, an SKS, and a AR. I don't know which one to like of all those. Let's see. Your live streams are the best thing to get public watch hours. Thank you. Yeah, I was wondering which would be. Those single action rulers are okay. Yeah, yeah. This is a single action. That's a double here. This is a double, and that's a double. This over here is a single, the 45. Yes, this is a Ruger. That is a Blackhawk. I have, how many Rugers do I own? I own 1022s. I own that 357 mag. I own a Ruger Precision 338 Lapua. And then I own, what else is in the safe that's a Ruger? Oh, a 22, what do they call those? A 2245 Mark IV, I think they're called. A Remington 700 30-06. Hey, I have one of those. It's a Woodstock. It's from early 70s, late 60s. Maybe I'll put it on next time. Would you like that? I could put the 270 up there too. Oh, my oldest gun. I have a lot of old guns that are antiques. I would say my oldest one is I have a Kentucky rifle that's non-functional right now. Eventually I might get it functional. I bought it for like 200 cheeseburgers at a antique store. It's probably from late 1700s, early 1800s. That would be my oldest one. Okay, so I will try to remember that next time when I set up tomorrow. If I'm able to do it tomorrow, I will put up the 30-06 on the table. It's a 700 and the 270 as well. Any other requests? I got all sorts of stuff, so name it if you want to see it. I mean, I even have an HK MP5 clone that's got HK innards. Maybe you want that up there. I don't know. Like right now, I have quite a bit of revolvers up there and 2 semi-auto. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 revolvers up there. So, yeah, I might have it. I don't have to 50 BMG, otherwise I'd maybe put it up there one day. But the biggest I have is what was up here last night, that 338 Lapua, which is right there on the bottom. Normally I don't stick it there. I just stuck it there temporarily because that's where my Silverhawk usually sits when you get older. Hey, I don't know where you're at. If you're like near Arizona, we could always meet up. So yeah, we got the 338 Lapua here. This is a 2535 model 94 Winchester made in, I think, 1925. This is a lever action Winchester model 92 in 3220. That is an 1895, I believe. So that one's an antique. Don't need a FFL for that one. This one is a model 92 as well in a 2520. And this one is an antique Stevens 25 rimfire single shot. That one I actually have a squib in right now. I was doing some hand loads of the 25 Stevens that I loaded myself, and I didn't make it hot enough. Do I have a blunderbuss? I do not. One of those big old thingies? I do not, no. Let's see, you're in Kentucky. Hey, I've never been to Kentucky. There's always a first, though, right? Let's see, if I reverse the camera here, I'll show you what I got behind me. And there's my ugly mug. So I was showing this to a few of them already. I don't know if all of you saw these. The very top is a Zastava 16 gauge. The next one down is American Arms, I think, 12 gauge. The next one down is a HJ Sterling 12 gauge. The next one down is a F. Williams 12 gauge, and the very bottom is a 10 gauge. Hey, official ammo alchemist. I had your near kid in here last night with my first stream. It was my, it was just Ammo Alchemist, not official Ammo Alchemist. I guess it's a different person, right? How you doing, by the way? Doing some loading? I did mine a couple days ago. Is that a bike? Yes, that is a bike. That's my roommate's. It's his what is that thing? It's a Cannondale. It's kind of like a cross tour where it does on dirt and road. It's my friend's, yeah. Let's see here. We go ahead and reverse this. Whoops, double tapped it too many times. There we go. That third one is awesome with external hammers. Yeah, actually, I have those last three on the bottom of the rack. Let me flip that again. So that third one down, I just posted that one yesterday, was it? And it already has over 1,000 views. That has exposed hammers. This one does as well. And this one is as well. What is my smallest gun? Okay, let me reverse this. I have a gun, if you look at this little 22 right here, if you see where the barrel starts from right there at the pivot point, because that's a single shot break, from there to there, I have a single shot 22. I almost put it up there, but I'm still working on it. It's an Allens and Hopkins brass with a single shot 22 shorts and CBs is what you'd run in it, because you don't want to blow the thing up. I'm still working on it. It was missing a spring for the hammer, or was it the trigger? I can't remember, but it's so old you can't find parts for it. It's worth a lot of money. It's my most expensive little gun I ever paid for. It was like $400 something for this little brass gun. All I did is cleaned it up. I didn't like refinish it or anything. This one's been refinished. This one is from like 1898, 1899. It's like right at the year where you don't have to have an FFL. But I would say I have one that's, yeah, the same size of this, but without that barrel where it sticks out. It's a teeny bit smaller, actually. Then I do have a little 5-shot, what do you call it? I think it's a 5-shot. Yeah, 22 Magnum Black Widow American Arms. What's under the table? That's my loading dies. I got loading dies down there and my shell cleaner tumbler. And then all those totes down in here have, yeah, let's see, where's it at? Down in here, have loading dies and stuff in it. I got a Marlin 3030 for $500. Wow. Dude, that's a good price for a Marlin. If it's an original Marlin, before they sold out to Ruger, you got yourself a good deal. My 3030, I did have it on one of my shorts the other day. It's a Rossi Rio Grande. I've had that since I was 22. So I've had it, would that be 13 years? Something like that. And it's almost mint condition. It has a little nick on the butt. Most of that's just from going in and outside of the safe. Yeah, you still get safe scuffs. I'm probably going to bring that one on my hunt mid-November for whitetail. And then also my 270 Model 700. It's a late 60s, early 70s model. There's a way to look them up, but the 270 was a little older than the 30-06, at least when I bought them used. That's what's his name, Sportsman's Warehouse said. I paid just over 400 cheeseburgers for that, and then a little under 400 for the 30-06. So I got a really good deal for those. Bought them at pretty much the same time. What is your biggest bullet? Okay, so if you look, at least shotgun-wise, would be this silver brass looking. That is a 10 gauge. I hand load those for my really old 10 gauge. I have a lever action model 1901. That's similar to a model 1897 lever action 10 gauge. But mine's a 1901, made 1901. That's my biggest shotgun. My biggest bullet, if you can see the tip sticking out here on that one and the tip of that one there, that is my 338 Lapua, which is, I'll go ahead and turn my gun back here. That my camera, I mean. That big gun on the bottom. That's my biggest gun, and it's the biggest bullet. It's a 338 Lapua. It's about the size as it's a little bigger than a 300 Win Mag, and it would be bigger than I just saw one the other day. It was very similar. Was it a 300 Weatherby Magnum? They're about the same size as a 300 Weatherby Magnum. I got my 30-06 for $250. It was $300, but he went down on the price. Okay. Is that a 700 Woodstock? Or is that like an Axis, a Savage, or something like that? Or, I mean, if you got a Woodstock 30-06 in pretty good shape for that cheap, that was a good deal. I mean, mine was a good deal, just under $4. And this was like 2 years ago, probably. Used at Sportsman's. Then Sportsman's that one quit carrying them because of laws changed for that county, so it was kind of a pain. So we got one person on. Is that you, Tristan? Hey, you mind bringing some other people over from other channels? See who else is live. Let me get my tablet. I'll see. Be right back. All right, I'm back. Hey, you're back, Michael. Looks like we got 3 people now. Double tap the screen and go ahead and subscribe if you weren't. Let's see here. See if anybody's live on other channels. There we go. Bullseye is. Let's see if I can get him up. Check him out, by the way. What's up, Jerome? Hey, Tactical Llama. Yeah, I have a few wheel guns there. We got, what of them? 6 of them sitting there? 5 of them. Looks like Bullseye Ben's live is taking a while to come up. Wheel guns. I have quite a bit of wheel guns that are considered antiques. Like this one sitting right here, where you don't have to get them transferred. I have quite a few of them under $18.99. These 2 here are Colts. That one's a 3220, and that one is a 38 Smith & Wesson. Thanks for stopping by, Lama. I appreciate it. Yeah, it looks like his live didn't work. It went and crashed. Let's see if I can get him up. Bullseye Dad, or Ben, sorry. Any questions, just go ahead and ask. Hey, there you go. Thanks, Michael. So, do you have a channel? I don't think I'm subscribed to you. Let me screenshot that so I can look that up and I'll subscribe. Let's see here. Yeah, he's gonna be doing one, I guess. Upcoming. What's your channel, Michael? So, Tristan, if you tap on the very top of the screen where it says Top Fans and has a little crown, or by your little purple circle by your name that has a crown, if you click on that, it'll show the person's handle, like their channel name. Let's see. I need to figure out how to do a moderators and a pinned comment, or it just floats on the bottom. Not sure how to do that yet. I figured out how to do polls. Let's see if I can do a pinned comment. Start a Q&A or start a poll. We'll figure that out sometime. Anyways, yeah, if you're just lurking in the background, go ahead and double tap that screen. Subscribe if you're not, if you like 2A content. I did some shooting today in the rain. You want to see me get soaking wet. One of mine, I'm soaking wet. Let's see here. But, yeah, we'll go ahead and flip the screen again. Alrighty. Hey, Llama, if you're still in, this is what my ugly mug looks like. Excuse me. Alrighty. Hey, earlier, Michael, you were asking what my smallest gun was. So this is it right here. That little one right there. I'll kind of tilt this down into it so you can see it. It's just sitting together. It's missing parts because I have it apart right now. I'm working on it. I cleaned up the brass and cleaned up the metal a little bit, but not just like a light restoration. I'm not going to color it. It's missing the hammer springs. I'm going to find it. They're extremely hard to find because that thing is rare. I think I paid $400 something just for that little dinky 22. Let me switch back to those shotguns. Did you have some questions about them, Tactical Llama? Let me go ahead and slant that down for you if you wanted to see it for some reason. Top one's a Zastava 16 gauge. Next one down is a, let's see here, 20 gauge American Arms or something like that. Next one down is a H.J. Sterling 12 gauge. The fourth one down is a, let's see, it's an F. Williams. It's a higher quality one, 12 gauge. And that very bottom one is a H.J. Sterling 10 gauge. Hey, Fall Man, welcome, welcome, bro. I was hoping I could get my live started before you got yours. Welcome, brother. Hey, so there's some of my shotguns. So I just posted a short on this one yesterday, and I have over 1,000 views on it. This one here, I posted like 2 weeks ago, and I have like 1,500 views on that one. But this one got 1,000 views in one day. I started doing some hashtagging, experimenting. That might have helped. But hey, Fall Man, there's my ugly head. All right, so there is. Hey, Mason. Welcome, welcome. You made a short. Okay, I will look at that later. And Michael, there is my smallest gun I own. That is a 22 single shot Allens and Hopkins, if I remember. I put it on there for you. It's brass and what is it? I think it's a walnut handle. And then if you turn right here, I'll show you my lever actions. I've got 4 of them, 3 of them right there. I've got more in the safe that just passed the screen there. The one at the bottom is a 338 Lapua. Very top one, 25 rimfire Stevens. Second one down from the top is a 2520 model 92, made in 1905, 1925, something like that. Third one down is a lever action that's considered an antique. It's an 1895 3220 model 92. Fourth lever action down, or second from the bottom, is a 2535 model 94, made in that one's 1925, if I recall. And then 338 Lapua with a Vortex, Viper, I think, or is it a Vortex Venom? I forget. It's a high-end scope. And then there's some of my ammo stash right there, and I got some guns sitting in the corner. The one closest, you can see a lever right here. That's a 10 gauge lever action 1901 model 1901 Winchester. There's 2 shotguns back there that I'm working on. One's a real loose 20 gauge. I did a short on it yesterday. And then this one right here is missing the foregrip. I got the back stock from one place and the barrel from the other. And then I need to find a foregrip. This one here and the other one around the corner from it is a Flowbert 9mm. Sorry, it's kind of a mess here. I got a saddle sitting here in this chair. And this big old chunky gun here is a PCP 25 caliber. And then I've got an assortment of shells up here, boxes of primers, and this right here is Paradex black powder equivalent. This is an old tool for brass shotgun shells. Yeah, at least 3,000. And then this has some 38 short Colt in it. And then in the car right now I have some 9mm because I was just shooting this afternoon or this morning. Up here behind, that's my 460 Smith & Wesson up there on top. My 500's in there and some other stuff too, other guns. A whole bunch of others. Probably another 30 guns in there. Yeah, ammo, you're right, Full Man. I haven't gone shooting in a while. So when I went shooting today, it was more like I do like between 10 and 40 rounds each, and then I'd go to the next gun and do another short, and then about that many more, because I'm like, well, I don't want to waste too much. Like I shot my 2 5.7s. I think I went through maybe 30 rounds, if that, because I'm like, well, those I can find them for like 26 cents a piece, so actually it's pretty cheap. I get a box of 50 for $24.99 at my local pawn and gun. Yeah. You have 2. Yes, I do have 2 5.7s. My first one I ever got was an FN. I've had that for 3 years. I think it's a Gen 2. And then I just got a PSA 5.7 Rock a month ago or so. and I just shot it today. That thing shoots very nice. I don't know if I posted a short of that. I don't think I did. I did a short of the. Well, I did a short of it. I just didn't post it yet. Yeah, that works pretty good. That one, I like it. Any questions? Got any other? Let me see here. I have a PSA 57 Rock. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about that I just got. I like it. In some ways, I like it better than the FN. One way I like it better, it was a quarter of the price, roughly. Those FNs, man, dude, they are pricey. Especially because I had to get a California legal one when I was in California. I stayed there for like 12 years. I'm from Arizona, and just back in Arizona. But that thing was, for the longest time, it was my most expensive gun I ever bought. It was like 1,200 cheeseburgers. Versus that Palmetto State Armory one, the PSA Rock, I got that for like $375. It was brand new, pretty much. I don't know if they ever fired it. 3 mags with the soft case. I really wanted the either the Ruger or the Smith and Wesson, but those aren't California legal. So the only one that was legal was the FN, and I had to pay $1,200 or cheeseburgers. Yeah. There was a few things like that, like the 10 millimeter. The only two they had legal in California was a Kimber and a Glock. And then they had a revolver that was a 10 millimeter. And so I'm like, well, Kimber's too expensive. It was a 1911 version and a 10 mil, which looks cool, sure, but that was too expensive. And I didn't really want a revolver 10 millimeter. It would be cool sometime. And so I got the Glock. Of course, you're restricted to only 10 rounds. They're in Cali. I'm not a huge Glock guy. Too chunky, you pay too much for what you get. Because then you got to pay another $400 or $500 just to make it like really nice. Let's see here. So yeah, I only have one Glock. Probably going to be my last, maybe. Unless they make a 5.7, maybe I'll get one. Just think, a 5.7 Glock? That'd be kind of cool, huh? Am I in Discord? I just got Discord. I've had it years ago. Excuse me. When I used to do like a little phone game that was called what was that game called? It was like these little castles and whatnot. I spent way too much money on. Guns of Glory. Anyways, I had it then so I could communicate for different events and stuff, for different attacks within my alliance. And then I tried to sign in again yesterday, and that was like 6 years ago I had that. And so it was obsolete. It was probably old, so I've just created a new one. It's underneath, if I recall, Desert Armory and More is what it's under. So if you wanted to message me, that's fine with me. Desert Armory and More. I don't think it has an @ sign in front, but let's see here. I'm trying to think of anybody thinking of a poll question. We only got 3 people on though, 6 likes. One time we had 18 people, but only 2 likes out of those 18. It was kind of sad. Let's see if I can think of any more topics here. Get my tablet here if I had anything written in that. Let's see here. What do you guys want to talk about? Last night we talked about stamps. We talked about coins. Oh, let's see, what else did we talk about? I put up a couple polls different times, but there was only like 5 people in, so let's see here. 30-30 or 45-75. Okay, let me put that on there. Let's see here. 45, 75, 40, 30, 30. Sorry, I talked to myself. All right, we put a poll up. Let's see. I only have one of those. I don't have a 4570 yet. That little word. Eventually, we'll get one. Let's see here. Hey, if you're just lurking in the background and you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and double tap that screen. That would be great. I appreciate it. Let's see here. I don't have a Desert Eagle either. I don't know if we'll ever get one. Maybe. I said that about a AK before too, and I ended up getting one. I have a Kalashnikov. That thing was another one that was very expensive in California versus elsewhere because they're very picky on what AKs they have over there. In Kentucky, a 30-06 or 30-30 will take down anything in Kentucky. Yeah, probably. Arizona, our biggest animal is a bison. You would at least want a 30-06, maybe definitely bigger. 30-30s possibly would work. A 30-30 might be able to take down an elk. I know it's perfect for deer. My grandpa used to do deer all the time with his 30-30 Marlin. I think it's a Marlin. Is that a Marlin or is it a Winchester? My dad has it now. He inherited it when my grandpa died. But yeah, we have bison up north in Arizona. And I would probably bring my 338 Lapua for that, honestly. Or if I had a 4570, I'd bring that. I don't, though. I do have an old muzzleloader that was converted. It's a 577 Schneider. I didn't do any videos of that yet. The cartridge is as big as a 24 gauge brass shotgun shell, and that's what you use to size it down because the brass for those is so expensive. If you put one of those a little bit hotter, you probably could, if it has enough knockdown power, it probably take down a bison. I mean, it's over a 50 caliber. It's 577. 10-gauge slug would do it. But yeah, we have elk up north too. I would say for elk, we were thinking about going hunting years ago with my dad's 270. He had a Savage Axis, similar to my Axis 308. I think it was a Gen 1, just like mine. And that would be a little light for elk, in my opinion. I'd prefer using a 30-06 for an elk, for of what guns I have. A 308 I think would be a little light as well. Borderline, just like a 30-30 I think would be for an elk would be borderline. I would love to do elk. I put in for elk, but I didn't get drawn for elk. Yeah, 30-06 I'm sure it would. Yeah, it would drop. I like you said, a 30-30, doubt it. 270 would be iffy. Gotta be a good shot. My grandpa, I'm trying to think if he ever put down any elk. I think he put in for many times, but I don't think he ever did. Both grandpas. Both grandpas, though, would always get mule deer or whitetail. About every year, every other year. When I was little, I remember they were hunting still, and then before I was born, yeah. My grandpa also, my dad's dad, he got a fox before, I think it was. He used to have it taxidermy. When I was little, man, that thing would scare me. You'd be kind of walking around it, and the thing would always be looking at you. Shot a fridge door with 30-06 and it exploded. Well, we're using some of those boom boom tipped. I don't have any boom boom tips, but I do have some armor piercing 7.62 by 54R. They're rare, or rarer. I was able to find them at a swap meet, bag full of them. I think there's 50 rounds in there, maybe 100. I got them for about $1 a round, which is cheap. And for armor piercing of those. There's the silver tip, so yeah, they're armor piercing. He had more too. I should have bought another box. Not exploding, but it ain't a door anymore. Yeah, right. Folded that thing in half. The hydro shock on different things is pretty cool too. Like when you're shooting like water bottles and stuff like that. Like we used to do milk jugs with my grandpa's shotgun, which my grandpa, when he passed away, and my brother Josiah got that. It's a Ithaca double barrel. It's kind of short. It's not a very long one. Internal hammers. It's probably a 1920 something, I think, maybe 30s Ithaca double barrel. The finish is all off of it. He finally was able to pick it up when he was down here for June during my birthday. They came for my birthday and my mom's and my parents' anniversary. So, yep, it's a double barrel 12. But yeah, we used to shoot that growing up. That thing, yeah, seeing the hydro shock. The hydro shock, like with my 460 or my 500 on a what do you call it? A water bottle. I mean, it's crazy. The thing just explodes. Actually, enjoy your content, man. Great energy. Would love to have the meet up. Hey, yeah, Fall Man. We are close. So if you got Discord or if you have like something like that, I want to meet you. I would love to. I mean, I know we're only like 3 hours away from each other because I know you're just up from you know where from me. Um, so yeah, let's make a meetup. If you're still there, Fall Man, my name for Discord is the same as my channel, Desert Armory and More. So yeah, it'd be great. Hey, thanks Tristan, appreciate it, and thanks Fall Man. We got 4 people watching right now. 4 minutes in. I think we only got like 12 likes earlier. Hey, perfect. Yeah, I definitely want to meet up with you. One of these days I need to go up in that area anyways to possibly meet up with a friend and see, and then church functions I have up there sometimes off of I'd rather not say the highway, I guess, off of some highways up there in your area. So yeah, it'd be nice to meet up and maybe do some shooting. But yeah, and to shoot your FAL, that would be cool. I've never shot one of those. That'd be great. I got 308 ammo. I got a case of it. What is it? 500 rounds, maybe? I can't remember. Let's see here. What's your guys' rarest round that you guys have of ammo? Like scarcity. Yeah, I know you won't, Tristan. But this live eventually goes public if I select it for that, which I did with my other one, anyways. And I'd rather not mention highway number. I did mention my town before, not in a live. It would have been in the shorts, not shorts, um, in other people's lives comments. But yeah, what's your guys' scarcest round? My scarcest round is like finding hen's teeth. And I bought it because, here, I'll turn the camera here. This one on top here, when I bought it, it was listed as a certain caliber, and so I bought the ammo for it while I was waiting for it to come in. That is a 25 rimfire Stevens, which is very hard to find. But the hardest one to find that I found is what that was supposed to be in, what he listed it as, which is called a Stevens single shot 25-20. Yeah, it's an oddball round. They're a little bit bigger than a 25-20 Winchester, which is this one here. They're the base is a little smaller, but they have a lip on the base, just like a other lever actions have. You know, that bigger lip on the casing, so it grabs it for extraction. But that one's the hardest one to find, and those are about, I would say, $7 a round, $8 a round. Your rarest is a 7mm Mauser. Is that really nice one that you have a lot of times on your lives? That's in pretty good shape. Yeah, 7mm Mauser is kind of hard to find. My Mauser's the 7.92 or 8mm. Okay, yeah, it's that long Spanish motor. That's what I thought. That would be kind of hard to find. I'm sure, like mine, I looked around on Gun Brokers where I found it. I found shells for my 25 Stevens single shot. And I found some lead on there, which is actually the same lead that this one shoots, 25-20. It's the same size. You'd rather have an 8mm. Yeah, because then you could want to shoot it more, right? You can find the ammo more. Go ahead and move that back over here. My Mauser I got from a pawn shop that I did a deal with that Lapua that was on the bottom there, that real big black one on that rack. I asked him, I said, hey, I'll buy both of these if you can sell me the Mauser for 400 cheeseburgers. I think he had 500 on it. And he's like, well, let me see what I got into it. And it's a 1939 Mauser, by the way. Yeah, I suppose so. And so he said, "Yeah, sure, I will sell you that Lapua and the Mauser together." And I got both of them for. Now the Lapua was 1,200 cheeseburgers with 80 rounds and a big case. Just the gun by itself is brand new as 2,400 cheeseburgers. So I could just flip the gun and make piles of money. Does the Mauser have any special markings? That's a good question. I know it has the little. It's a Turkish Mauser, so it does have some of the Turkish emblems. I'm trying to think what else. I think it has a little star on it and some other stuff. You said you wanted me to open this thingy. Now, some of the pockets in the door are empty because some of those things are on the table, and then some are in some cases that are in my car right now since I went shooting this afternoon. We'll go ahead and walk this little stand over there if you want to see those. So normally that ammo can's not in there. That has a 5.56 in it. But eventually you'll be able to see all my stuff. But in this corner I have like military stuff, Mauser, which is an 8mm Mauser, a 303 British is back there, Mosin Nagant 7.62x54R, and then my AK's in there, right in here. You can barely see the top of it. Hey, Chanson, welcome, brother. Thank you. These ones I have socks. A lot of those are shotguns back there. I try to keep them clean. My old Sears and Roebuck, it doesn't have a sock, I don't think, but my other ones are pretty nice back there. This one's in I have one AR and I have one AK. Up on top of the shelf, there's a 500 Magnum and some other oddball little, what do you call it, handguns. Let's see here. And then that blue box has my 460 Smith & Wesson in it. Anyways, back to the table. There we go. Chanson, hopefully you double tap that screen. Anybody else that's lurking, go ahead and double tap that screen and subscribe if you haven't. Hey Chanson, how you doing? How was your day today? Do you have a great day? Hopefully. My guess would be you have more than 25 guns. Yeah, last I checked it was right around 100, but I've bought in a couple since then, so it probably is 100 or a little more now. I don't know if I have more stocked, as in like wood stock and plastic stock, or pistols or revolvers. I would say it's probably about half and half. Chanson, my day was pretty good. I have a couple videos of some shooting that I did today. I have a couple shorts I put up of those, and a couple more that I haven't loaded yet. But I got rained out on, so I wasn't able to shoot my this little single shot 22 I was going to shoot. Didn't get to shoot that. I was going to shoot this 25 here. I didn't get to shoot that. This I didn't have with me, but I got to shoot this and that. I brought along with me. I didn't get to shoot my old shotguns. Here, I'll flip the screen here. There's a couple here. I brought this 12 gauge and this 12 gauge with some brass hand load rounds, but I didn't get to shoot them. Gun belt. Good question. Let me switch the screen. Are you talking about this one? This one has a Cimarron Colt in it. It's a Colt Army or whatever you want to call it. Copy, not a Navy. The sheath. Honestly, I do not know. It was a handmade sheath off of Amazon, like one of those small business companies that make stuff for you. So I do not know what brand it is. Hey, Micah, you're the one who asked the question. Okay, welcome. Double tap the screen, like, subscribe, do all the above. You know it all. So yeah, I do not know what brand that is. I used to have stacked lower power on this side and then slowly get higher as you go around the corner. These ones here at the very back, I think I have one of them still in there. That last one is a hard cast barrel load that I've only shot probably 5 rounds, 6 rounds through that gun. They're probably too powerful for it because they are a 900 something foot-pounds of energy. So I normally shoot those in my 460 because it'll shoot those. But I will shoot. These ones here are some Grizzly bear cast, hard cast bear loads. I'll shoot those in it. And then these Lever Revolutions I'll shoot in it. The next one's a XTP Hornady, I think. And then around the corner I just shoot a lot of, it's empty right now, but I would shoot Full Metal Jackets. I need to get some loading stuff for that. Ain't nothing much, just taking a crap. Okay. Drinking coffee, enjoying stream. Thank you. Don't hit your head. Why? When he's drinking his coffee and taking a dump or what? Tristan, yeah. Llama does have a channel. He was actually on twice today already. He did like a real short test and then he did a longer one. And then I think later on he's going to do even a longer one. So, yeah, it almost is, right, FEL? Like almost too much TMI there, yeah. And I had to elaborate on it, right? Let's see here. Really appreciate y'all coming and showing support. Once you guys are on, I'll try to show support. Yesterday I wasn't able for Fall Man because it was the same time I was streaming. So I decided to do a little bit earlier. A compliment. Hey, it's called multitasking while you're taking a dump, right? Yeah, us men, we're usually pretty good at multitasking the way our brains are made, but not always. Some of us are better at that than others. So let's see. We have a poll here. Did anybody do some more voting on there? Oh, it's 50-50. Come on, guys. Which one is it? It's still 50-50 for our poll. We got 6 people watching. Go ahead and drop a like, subscribe, double tap that screen, and vote on the poll there. We only got 4 votes. What is that little pocket pistol on the left? Let me drop this down. You talk about this one right here? Or this one? Okay, so Lady Llama's going to be on later on. Okay, and giving away t-shirts. Nice, nice. We're doing, okay, sweet. Micah, which one? If you're meaning this one, that one is Allens and Hopkins. I have it in parts right now. Like the hammer, the little trigger's missing, and then the hammer's off, and then some of the shell ejector. This one is a brass model with like walnut handles, I think. And this one is worth quite a bit of money. I think it's worth like $500 or $600. I paid like $400 for it. I'm slowly doing a light restoration on it. We clean up the brass, clean up the barrel. The ejector needs put back in the hammer. It's missing the hammer spring. It was someone stuck one in there, but it wasn't made right. This one here below this revolver, that one is a Stevens single shot 22. I haven't shot it yet. I was planning on it. That is a 22 short that I was going to shoot in it, as well as a CB, because this originally was made for black powder 22 loads, so I don't want to do full loads on them. Let's see here. Does that answer your question, Micah? Good work, Llama. God bless you, brother. Yeah, he's pretty good at listing that stuff. Careful with the finger, even though you aren't touching. Yeah, I know. Stupid things, right? Yeah, like today when you had that one gun in front of you, we're like, hey, it looks a little too close, so then you moved it. But yeah, I mean, they should be able to tell that. Look how, like, how's my finger, like, sorry, it's a little dirty. How's my finger, like, unless it's a giant's finger, right? I mean, come on, AI. Yeah, truth. You bet it is, YouTube. It is. YouTube is. Let's see. When you go in live, Fall Man, that way I can hopefully be off by then. We've about almost an hour in right now. Yeah, no joke, Tristan. Definitely. Yeah, I saw that you just got that. The finger pointer. I really like this finger pointer. There's a couple guys that do shorts. One of them's a guy that works on big semis that he points with that. I need to get one of those because that one I think telescopes too. Good idea. MP41 or MP40? I don't know the difference, and I don't know if I've ever saw one, probably. Um, I just saw one the other day. I think it was today earlier. It was like the MP5's big brother, and I think that one's an MP. I wrote it down. 91, I think. Looks a lot like the MP5. As in which one, I don't know because I don't know what they look like. I'm still learning a lot of this stuff myself when it comes to model numbers. I take it those are HKs because they're MPs. My teacher uses one of them. Oh, with the finger pointer. Yeah, yeah. As long as it's not the bird flipping you off. They make the fingers pliable so you can do whatever you want with them. I have tried to get some traction on Rumble, but it's hard. Yeah, I saw you did the other day. You did a really a really short live. I think it was you, and then you went over to Rumble. So I then went and signed into Rumble. I didn't have Rumble before that. Um, the nice thing about Rumble is, yeah, you can mess with your firearms. You can pick this up, pick that up, because I guess it's fine there, you know. I guess some people have taken traction on that. What's the other one recently? Alex Zedra has one that she helped create. She does. I don't know if you're subscribed to her. I am. She does a lot of gun contact. I like her gun fails. They're pretty cool. Um, she created a sharing platform with some other people, and she does content on that one. But I forget what that one's called. That's true. Rumble won't be. There's a couple of those that went kaput. Like oh, there was one the other day that I was thinking about, and when it kaput, it was a social media platform. It was an orange symbol. I can't remember what it was called. Hey, Dusty, welcome, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Double tap the screen. Thank you. Hey, and we got some votes going still. Only 5 votes, and there's 7 of you in here. Go ahead and on that poll there on the bottom. Let's see here. MP39. Doing all right. A little sun-baked, but in good spirits. Okay. I didn't get sun-baked. I got soaked today while I was shooting. A storm came by. We got our monsoons coming, so they've like in these clouds will follow, you know, and dump a whole bunch, and then keep going, dump some more. These little patches of thunderstorm, thunderclouds. We've been having rain the last 4 days, every evening, afternoon. It'll hopefully head up your way, Fulman, FEL man, sorry, sometime. Let's see here. Yeah, Jack Squat. You're going to be getting it soon, hopefully. I know it takes a lot longer. Like, we used to live halfway in between you and me years ago, and it would get there sooner than where you're at, too. We used to live off of 10 in the old Marana, off of exit 236, where Gladden Farms is, and there's a McDonald's, Circle K, Starbucks. All that wasn't there when I was there, but I grew up there. I was from 4 all the way until I was 15, in that area. Yeah, you're getting old. Yeah. Yeah, Rumble only has 51 million users compared to YouTube's a billion. That's a lot, and you would think being more conservative, it would be easier. Yeah, I mean, 51 million users, that's still a lot, but yeah, YouTube's probably got like 10 billion users. Let's see here. Hey, Tactical Llama, you just put a notification. What time was that? 9:30? Let's see, you're 3 hours ahead of me. So that'd be 6:30 my time. At least I think you're 3 hours. Well, that already passed for my time. So you must be 2 hours ahead of me, maybe. I'm here in Mountain Standard Time, which Arizona doesn't have any daylight savings time, so. Like, we're the same as California right now, coastal, because they spring ahead in the spring and fall behind in the fall. Let's see. Dusty says Rumbles mainly for political takes, from what I've seen. Super firearm friendly, but it's got super low viewers. Yeah, 10 p.m. for me. Okay, so yeah, I'm 7 p.m. over here. You're an hour behind. An hour behind you. Oh, you're in Texas. Okay. Sorry about that. I was getting you mixed up with someone else I was talking with today. They were from, they were in Kentucky. So that's 2 or 3 hours ahead of me. But then we were talking about the Appalachian Mountains. Maybe that was last night. The Appalachian Mountains. Texas. Good old Texas. Don't mess with Texas, right? Hey, what do you think about Brandon Herrera running again for Congress? I know last time he was like 30 something votes away from winning. Like it was just so close, and he spent only about $1 million versus the other guy spent $10 million or something like that, or was it 100 million? It was like 10 times more or 100 times more. I forget. He just put last week or the beginning of the week, Brandon Herrera posted that he was running again. I was like, yeah, he needs to get in there. Same district, I guess. District 23 was it? Yeah, I'm sure you'd be happy for that, Mama. Definitely. We need him in there. Sure, the other guy's a Republican, but he's a rollover. We all know all about that. Well, boys, I'm out of here. Got to take Bear out. See you guys later, and keep up the good content streams. Man, you're doing really good. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is just my second one. Foreman, you going to be on later for live, I take it? I did live in Laredo for a year, but otherwise born and raised in Kentucky. Okay. Gotcha, Dusty. Yeah, see you later, Fallman. Hopefully, sorry, FAL man. Yeah. Say hi to Bear for me, too. We got 7 people on, folks. Thank you. Appreciate it. Double tap that screen. Give it a thumbs up if you haven't yet. And if you're not subscribed, I'd really appreciate it. We need to support the 2A content here. See ya, FAO man. Yep. I did have a question to ask you guys. Are you allowed to touch ammo on lives? Maybe it's one of those gray areas. Because I've thought about, showing different cartridges and then pointing to the gun that shoots it. Maybe that's just dumb to do. It's probably better not do it. It's a no-no. Okay, you can. Let's see. Yeah, okay. You could do that. Okay, that's a good suggestion. Now, I know J-Dog, he was in here earlier. He does like a whole bunch of real small short ones like late in the evening. He did 2 super late yesterday. He's like 2 hours ahead of me, I think, at least. And he had one at 11 something my time. Before that, he had one 9 something my time. Oh, and also, how do I put a floating banner on the bottom? I know you can pin a comment on the bottom. I have no idea how to do that. It'd be nice to know how to do that. Magazine, accessories, optics, just nothing that goes. Pew pew. Okay. So even like a flare gun, which I don't have anyways. J-Dog banned me. ¿Qué pasó? ¿En serio? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué, hermano? I'm sorry, Tristan. I mean, I could see if it was that one fella that really that's on Arms Room 24 sometimes, and he keeps talking and saying funny stuff. I think it's Micah actually. Sorry, Micah. Don't mean to rat you out, but it's funny. Sometimes he has the funniest things he says, and some people don't like it. Oh, got you. Okay, so far as I know, there is some people that are picky about it. They're like, "Oh, you have to be 18." Actually, the rules for live streaming is if you're 16 or older, you don't have to have someone that's an adult next to you if your face is on the screen. Otherwise, you have to get you can't do live streaming if you're younger than 16. As in responding back and forth, like you're doing now, I don't have an issue with it. I don't know what YouTube's guidelines on that. I don't think there is an issue. I mean, they put on there, they ask you, is this adult content, as in like not for children? Not like triple X stuff, not that stuff. Can you spin a revolver? Let's see here. As in like twirl it in my finger, like the old style, you twirl it and then stick it inside. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I've never really done much of that, but I'm guessing maybe something like that. Or maybe something like. Is that good enough? There you go. Was that good enough? Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know if you meant the cylinder or if you meant like spinning revolver, like you know how you do that little spin thing in your hand and then right into the holster when you're doing like hip shooting. Yeah, hopefully they didn't think that was a gun. That's my fingers, YouTube. See, look. Those are my fingers, and these are my guns. That's one. And here's another one. Those are some God-given guns, okay? Don't worry. They don't shoot any ammo. Anyways, I'll put you back on the let's see here. Switch the camera back here. Anyways, was that good enough for you, Micah? I don't know if you heard that. I stuck it up to the other. I spun and span my 6-shooter. The barrel came off and smashed my toe. You got some funny stories sometimes. Like the other day, you said you did something to your 6-shooter, and it was a copy of a Colt Navy, and you said you broke the handles off of it. Was it the same gun? The barrel fell off too? That would be kind of hard to do that because it's threads on. I missed single action revolvers. I got real good at tricks. Neat. There's one guy I follow on YouTube. He's a single action fella, does a lot of cowboy shooting. I don't know what his name is. He dresses up for it, has like a fake looking false front, old looking building. He does a lot of 45 draws and stuff like that. Single actions, that 45 in the leather case is a single action, and then so is the Ruger right there. Those Colts right here and there are double actions, and the one below it is a double action, I believe, too. A lot of my revolvers actually are double action. My 500 is not. That's single action. That's a Magnum Research 500. I haven't shared that one yet. Hey, John Paul Jones, welcome. I had no clue you'd come. Hey, like and subscribe. I don't know if you're subscribed to me or not. Thank you so much for coming. Double tap that screen. Anybody that's just loafing around in the background that hasn't yet, double tap the screen and subscribe. Let's see, Dusty. And how you doing, by the way, John Paul? John Paul Jones, 1776. Let's see, Dusty's got something here. Other than popping a spring on a trigger group on accident way back on my 750, the only gun mistake I've ever had is when I accidentally shot my desk. I have had one accident at my old place in California. I'm doing pretty good, John. Thank you for asking. I'm dried off now. I got wet while I was shooting earlier. And I did some shorts if you want to take a look at that. Thank you so much for showing up. Double tap that screen. Yeah, yesterday I had my first live. Today's my second. So my mistake I had back at my other house in California was, yes, I'm on Discord, Dusty. It's Desert Armory and More is my tag. My 45 ACP, I didn't realize one was in the chamber, but I had the the mag out, but there's still one in the chamber, and I pulled the trigger, and it went through the wall and knocked out the outlet on the other side. And my dog was chilling on the chair next to it, and she like got off and got all scared. My German Shepherd. But that was the only mishap I've ever had. I guess you'd call that a accidental discharge, negligent actual NDA. I guess you call it. You saw the shorts. Thank you. Good. Okay, I still got the desk with its hole. Okay. Hey, John Paul, let me flip the screen here. You can see some shotguns I have right here. The top one's a 16 gauge Zastava. The one below that is it's a 12 gauge American Arms or something like that. The one below that is a HJ Sterling. That one I just posted a short on yesterday, and it has over 1,000 views. The fourth one down is a F. Williams 12 gauge. That one I posted about close to 2 weeks ago. It has 1,500 views now. And that very bottom one that you can barely see because the scrolling screen thing, the chat is in the way. That's a 10 gauge HJ Sterling. And then let me flip the camera again. We'll go ahead and show you these over here. Let me I need to close that door. Let me close that door real quick. All right, sorry about that. And here's another rack here. Normally this right here, my 338 Lapua is not in there. It's usually in the safe. I had it on the table earlier. Usually my big shotgun that's on that table is right there. Let's see, the top one here is, the very top on this rack is a 25 Rimfire Stevens single shot. And this one here is that one's an antique. It's pre 1899. This one underneath here is a 1915, I think. Model 92 Winchester in a 25-20. The third one down is an 1895. This one right here, original finish, 1895 3220 hex barrel, model 92. This one's a model 94 in 25-35. That one's a 1925, I think. And then yeah, my 338 Lapua. There's my ammo stash, my bulk of it. Hey, Llama, thanks for coming by. If you're still going when I sign off, I'll go ahead and come over there. Here's a stash of guns. There's a 1901 10 gauge lever action in the 1901 model. That's the first year they made that one. And it's similar to an 1887, is it? Lever action? That one's a 10 gauge. And then we've got miscellaneous. We've got a 20 gauge that I'm fixing. I did a short of it. That's really loose. And then we have a 20 gauge or 12 gauge right here. My tip of my fingers touching. That's a 12 gauge I'm repairing. The butt was from one, and the receiver was from one place. The barrel was from somewhere else, and I need a 4R grip yet. There's two 9mm rimfire Flowbirds back there, and then there's a rimfire 32 Remington number 4. Is that an RWS Diana on the left? You talk about this? It does have RSW printed on it, yes, on the receiver. If I recall, it's like almost like this big old W and an R and an S printed into the side of the receiver. That's a 10 gauge, by the way. Black tip. What is the black tip on the top shelf? Kind of in the middle. Are you talking about this thing on the top? That right there? With the handle sticking out at the very top? That is for brass shells for shotguns. For 20 gauge, or not 20 gauge, 12 gauge. I believe it's to round over the edge a little bit. It's like from early 1900s. Oh, more to the left. You're talking about this real tall one right here. That's my collection of different ammo. That one is a 50 BMG. I do not own a 50 BMG. It's a dirty shell and case. Someone drilled the hole and emptied all the gunpowder out. It's crushed the shell a little bit, but I got it for like $2 or $1 was it at a swap meet because I wanted just a shell. There's some other antique stuff up there too, but I do not own a 50 BMG. Primers up here. This is a box of Russian copper 12 gauge customer gave me. This is primers down throughout. Here's primers and some Pyrodex for my shotguns that take the brass. I wish I had a 50 BMG. Yeah, I would love a Barrett, the semi-automatic, but they're just, they're 12 grand or more. Let's see here. Man can dream. Yep, we can do that. And by the way, that's a PCP pellet gun, which I'm not sure. Are you allowed to touch those on a live? They're not a gun because they're not registered. I have no idea. I wish I had those kind of ammo stores. XD. Not sure what that stands for. I have a variety of ammo in there. Here, I'll turn that back. I didn't explain that as much. So this cubicle here is like shotgun mostly, which would be like 12, 16, 20, 410. and then the rimfire 9. Um, and then the next one down, this one is a lot of my rifle, which would be 30-30, 270, 308, my 7.62 by 54R, my 303 British, my 8mm Mauser, 30-06 is down there. And then this one here has 7.62 by 39, and then these big boxes are 308 Lapua, and then over here is 17 HMR, this tall stack, and next to it is 5.7. All down here, from here over is 223, and from here over is like oddball rounds, like the 3220s, 2520, my 38 long Colt, 38 short Colt. This cubicle down here is 22 mag, some 7.62 by 25 Tuckeroff, and some 22. And here's 9mm, and then defense 9mm, 25, 32, and then the next one up is 45 Colt, 357 mag, 38 special, 10 mil, and 45 ACP. And this one up on top here is my big bores, 44 mag, my 454, my 460s, and my 500s. Love 54. I really like mine. It's really nice. Let's see here. Must go to a good shop or different shops to find all those good oddball ammos. So some of this oddball here, like the 2520 that fits in these lever actions here, this one and this one. Some I found online. Actually, all of it I found online for the 2520 and the 3220. And then sometimes like my 32 Smith & Wesson and my 38 Smith & Wesson, my local pawn shop has those sometimes, and so does my local swap meet. There's a guy who always has, and when he's there, he always has ammo sitting out. Let's see here. I do have one really oddball one. Let's see if I can. I thought it was for a certain gun of mine. So you are allowed to do ammo, right? Well, here's a lid. I'll just show you a lid of it. This right here, it's 9mm rimfire. I have a whole box of it, and they're brand new. See, I have a gun that shoots rimfire, 9mm Flowbert, which is like garden gun, little shotgun. And so I was hoping these would fit in it, but they're a little bit too small. The rim is so small they just fall in. They are a French. I think that's a French, right? It's in France, French language from Paris, yeah. But yeah, I have a whole box of 25 of them. Original box, right there. It's a pretty cool little thing. Yeah, those Flowbert, I'm actually hoping that the 38 short Colt actually is the exact same size shell, and it fits in there, and the heel of the bullet, like the round part of it where the primer goes, was a teeny bit small, but it fits inside the Flowbert, and I don't think those are choked, so the bullet should go straight on through. I haven't done it yet, and I don't want to blow the gun up yet. And they're the same pressures or a little less than a 9mm Flowbert rimfire. It's the same pressure or more than a 38 Colt. A 38 Colt short or long will both fit in there. Let's see here. Someone was trying to call me here. They'll just have to leave a message. Let's see. Sorry, it blacked out there. Someone tried calling me and then it went to another screen. The leather holster with the big iron is really nice. Thank you. That is a Cimarron 45 Colt. It's missing some of the ammo in it right now, but usually from the back side, I put the lowest power cowboy rounds, and then I just put FMJs, and then those are Revolution, Lever Revolution 45. And then it usually goes up to those 3 right there are hard cast bear loads from Grizzly. And that very last one, there's one empty next to it. That is a 900 something foot-pound energy bear load hard cast. That's from HSM. I have shot maybe 6 loads through that gun with it. It's technically too high a power for it, because I even had to cut a little bit of the lead off the front for it to fit in there. So I normally just put those in my 460, because you can shoot 45 Colt, 454 or 460 in a 460 revolver. Let's see here. I have a couple gun belts like that. Thank you. Yeah, I have a 22 Magnum Heritage Rough Rider that also can do the 22 longs if you switch the cylinders. I have a holster set up for that, but it's not engraved in Western looking like that one. And I only paid $25 for that at the pawn shop versus this one I think I only paid $100 for that even, which I thought was pretty good for the leather work on it. It was from one of those small business companies from Amazon. Now that's case hardened, by the way, too. That Colton there, that Cimarron, really nice looking gun. The trigger on it's probably a 2 pound. It is so light. If I could find a decent 9mm revolver in single action, I'd get one. Yes, they do make a few of them. The only one I've seen, Dusty. If you look on what you call it, Gunbroker, you'll see some. Doesn't Ruger make one? And then what was the other one? I forget. There's a couple of them that do. The last round is for spiders. That real big one, yeah. The spiders that they have in Harry Potter, right? Hey, welcome back. Big spiders, yeah, like the one at Harry Potter. Welcome back, Tristan. Let me see here. The poll has 6 votes in it, and oh, guys, it's still 50-50. 50% of you like 30-30s, and 50% of you like 45-75s. If the ammo was the same price, I'd probably say 45-75, but obviously that's more expensive. I don't even own one of those, but I would say 45-75. But it also depends what you're going after. If you're going after elk or bear or bison, get a 45-75. If you're going after deer, mule, and brush, go to 30-30. 45-75 is overkill for deer. Unless it's like some monstrous like thing that's as big as an elk. Oh, let's see. Not sure. I know Ruger Blackhawks used to come in 30 carbine, but they're not known for being accurate. Okay. You're saying like the 30 carbine that they had in the M1 carbine? Probably. Dusty, every other day I have a new spider bite. Oh, poor. Oh, are you becoming Spider-Man? Or Spider-Boy? Let me close the poll here. I've never been a big 30-30 fan. I've kind of been a big 30-30 fan because it's the lever action. I love lever actions. But I'm biased due to having a semi-auto 243. You have a semi-auto 243. Wow. That's nice. I wouldn't mind getting a 243 sometime. As well as a 222 or 220 Swift. They're all bolt actions. But I didn't know they made a semi-auto in 243. Dude, what brand is that? I didn't know they made those. I'm going to bed. Good night, guys. Okay. Good night, Tristan. Hey, thanks for showing up. Really appreciate it. If you got any buddies that like 2A content, send them right over. Let's see here. Anything else going here? So, have any of you all had experience with 25 calibers? Like where my finger's pointing right there. I've had 2 of them. The first one I bought was one of those Saturday fly-by-nights, that I got for like $75 at a swap meet or something like that. It's a Larson. Thing didn't run. It would only do one at a time, and so I cleaned it up real good and polished it, but I haven't checked it since that. That one sitting on the counter is supposed to be better. Some people might argue about it, but it's a Jennings, which is supposed to be better. I've never shot it yet. I was planning on it today, but then I got rained out. Yeah, I prefer 22 as well because it's way cheaper. You can find the ammo everywhere. 25 is a little harder to find, which that little shell sitting next to it is some Spear Gold Dot. Jennings is known for being decent. Yeah, that's what I was told too when I did some reviews. Jennings definitely have a way better reliability rate than a Lorson or a Ravens. Let's see here. Yeah, Remington 750 semi-automatic 243 with stock 4-rounder and 210 round triple Ks. Nice. So it has an external magazine. That's nice. Jennings, okay. No, never shot a 25. Okay. What is the average grain at 25? Let me check. I got a few of them here. Let's see here. I think they're actually in. No, I've got some back here. Let's see here. So here's some Gold Dot Personal Protection 25. These would be good in like what's that company that makes a really good one? Beretta, is it? And LC something. I forget what brand it is. These ones here are 20 rounds of 35 grain. The other ones I have, let me check real quick. They're in my caddy, my ammo caddy I had sitting. Just brought it inside before the live stream. Let's see here. So here's some Aguila. I got these from the swap meet. 50 grains. I mean, this was 30, but I actually got it for cheaper than that. I think he sold it to me for 25. So they're $1 a round. I mean, they're expensive. So yeah, that one's 50 grain. And then I have a box of Customs, Hornady Customs. Those are 35 grain, which are similar to these. 35 as well. I'm not sure which one would be better. I would think the Gold Dot would actually be more efficient. Who knows? And then I got one box of where are those? I had them out earlier, but I think I put them away elsewhere. They are Blazer, and those things are very low power, and it would not run the Lorson very well at all. So I got some more higher power ones, like those personal protection ones, cheap, off of Gunbroker. Yeah, detachable box. Remington sadly discontinued because of the AR market. Yeah. Well, at 243 in an AR would be pretty cool. Yeah, the only 50 grand I have is those Aguilas. Maybe, let's see. I have that box of 25 ACP. I showed it in a short as well as a long form video of how to load 25 rimfires out of 17 WSMs or whatever. Those are 55 grain. Yeah, those are 55 grain, but those are solid lead. Let's see here. If I ran a 25, I'd likely run FMJs. Okay. That's what these Aguilas are, I believe. Let me open it up and see. Let's see here. Yeah, they're copper. Copper FMJs. Yeah, right there. Sorry, I didn't focus on that. But yeah, those are FMJs, and then my Blazers are FMJs. Let's see here. They make a 243 AR-10s. Really? Nice, as they say. Yeah, that would be nice. Trying to think. That would be really nice to have. So that would be similar to, yeah, a 308 platform, because that's an AR-10. Right? If I recall. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. Let's see here. Y'all mess much with 32 auto, 32 ACP? These right here, like a box of one of these. Too far away. Anyways, it's not reading it. I got these Fiochis. Originally, I got them for a 32 revolver I have that I got from an antique store back when I still lived here in Arizona before I moved to Cali. I was 21 or 22 when I got it. It fits in there. The problem is the shells always stick, so I kept trying to figure out why, oh why. Well, technically, those aren't the right ones to shoot inside that old revolver. Thankfully, it never blew up on me. Even though they fit in there no problem in fire, they're too high powered, so that's why the shells get stuck. It's actually rated for a 32 Smith & Wesson short is what runs, which is what this thingy here shoots. That's an Ivor Johnson. Those are 32 Smith & Wesson shorts. Extremely hard to find. 32 Smith & Wesson longs you can find pretty easy. You'd like a 32 ACP, but I haven't got one yet. I'm in my old age. I've gotten pretty utilitarian in my calibers. My most niche one is 54. Nice. I'd say what I own the most of is 12 gauge shotguns. For pistols, I think maybe 22. And then I'm getting a decent amount of the 38 Smith & Wesson. I think I have 3 of those. And I have 3 or 4 32 Smith & Wesson shorts. But yeah, I have a big collection of shotguns, as you saw. But yeah, that would be my most calibers that I have is probably the 12 gauge shotgun that I have the most of. I like shotguns because they're those old exposed ones. Mike, he's asking a question here. 7.62 by 51 or 30-06 or 308. Mike, I'm not sure if you knew or not, but 308 technically is a 7.62 by 51, same size. One just has different chamber pressures, kind of like a 5.56 and a 2.23. They're the same size cartridge. It's just that the 7.62 by 51 is a NATO round, just like the 5.56 is a NATO round. You have a 22, 5.56, 243, 9 mil, and 54. Nice. I have all those. Yeah. Well, no, I don't have the 243. Hey, Tactical Llama's live right now. You guys want to check them out? Don't. I need you. Let's see. We got 10 likes. I think we got 11 last time, up to 11. Let's see here. Trying to think what else. What do you all got, Micah? I know you mentioned you had a couple calibers. I forget. Hey, there's a good one. 7.62 by 51 or 7.62 by 54R. They're almost the same, yeah. Wow. Almost 4K? Dude, that moved. That's like a 222 or a 220 Swift. Wow, yeah, 220 Swift goes right around 4K. Now, you must be loading those yourself at that. Yeah, no joke. Yeah, that's when speed is your friend. If you want to go through stuff. I think it was, there's a guy that maybe even subbed to him. I got an alert about him just earlier. Oh, I'm drawing a blank on his channel name. He illustrated all the fastest, like 4 calibers. It was 222, 22, 250, the 220 Swift, and one other one I think it was. And the difference of how they can punch through AR 500, I think it was. Let's see, what one is that? Let me see if I can bring it up. You guys are probably subscribed to him as well. Let's see if I can find it here. Not sure why. I just got an alert about him. Hootie Who? I really like watching his. Hootie Who, he did a short on that, or actually a long format. Dusty, what do you got? Winchester 58 grain, 350, basically a cheap box of 58s. Okay. Need to head out for bed. I'll catch the next live. Hey, John Paul, thank you so much for stopping by. It was nice to see you. Stop in here. I suppose you got the alert, so thank you. I know YouTube is being a snob about alerting people with 2A stuff. They're doing that shadow banning. Yeah, they say they aren't, but hey, they are. Those are the people that I have alerted. I don't get alerts until I'm just scrolling through live and then I come across them. So thanks for showing support. Appreciate it. You have a good night. But yeah, Hootie Who. Any of y'all subscribe to him? If you aren't, I would highly recommend it. He recently moved a couple months back to some other place. But Hootie Who, he's got some nice videos. The last one he did was today, about an hour ago. He did a live, and then it turned into a format. That was on the 300 PRC. Yesterday he did one on the 7 PRC. Yeah, see, I didn't get alert. The arms room, if it's a live, or even if he posts one, I should get alert. Let's see if my tablet got an alert. Above average. He didn't do a live yet. He's just doing shorts. Tactical Llama has his going. Rattlesnake defense. That's with an air gun. Yeah, if he even posted one, I should have got one. Because, yeah, I'm subscribed to him. Really nice guy. I like him a lot. He helped push my last, 7, 8 subscriptions I needed. And so that's why I shouted out to him on my short that said thanking people for lives. because he helped me with those last couple. Yeah, Hootie Hoo's a really nice one. If you don't mind subscribing to him, he'd probably like it. He's got 604 subscribers and 604,000 subscribers, sorry, and 2,700 videos. He's got a lot. He posts every day. And then he does shorts once in a while. Let's see here. The Honest Outlaw is a really nice one. I subscribe to him as well. He does a lot of reviews. Of course, Pew Pew is pretty neat. Pew Pew View, I think it's called. What other gun channels to subscribe to? Hickok 45, obviously, right? The OG. Of course, below average. Yeah, duh. We got to do that one. We got him. Let's see here. Grand Thumb and all them, you know. I miss FPS Russia. What does that stand for? Is that like when things were really cheap and you could get a SKS for 50 something bucks? Someone was just talking about it today. It was Jones. Theo's Guns. Subscribe to him, by the way. Really cool kid. Guy, whatever. He was talking about it this afternoon. How that they used to be like 50 something bucks before the fall. Or during. Let's see, Micah, what you got here? I see a whole bunch of numbers and letters. Don't know what those are. Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? Now that you say that, it rings a bell. I do remember that a little bit. Tanks. Okay. A Leopard. Okay, a Leopard. There's also the Sherman, and then there's also... What's the other ones? There's like 5 or 6 different names for... I don't know, brother. We got a M1A2 SEP version 2 and a Leopard A2A7V or a T-72B34. Whatever one does the most damage. We'll just say that. And moves the fastest. Although it might not be the same, because sometimes the one that moves slower is actually more powerful because it's heavier. Yeah, I'm trying to think when YouTube went woke. Was it when Google bought them? I'd say that's about when they went kaput. When Google bought YouTube. Let's see here. The AC-13 Grim Reaper. AC-130. Is that another tank? Sorry, I don't know my tank numbers or models. Around 2016 to 18. Okay, yeah, it probably was about then. See, I used to have Google Play Music, like Play Music, and I bought all these albums. And so, like with physical money, I had these albums that I bought. And when Play Store sold to YouTube, and then they had that music for free on YouTube with ads, I was like, well, what do I do now? Like, I can get it for free now, and I paid hundreds of dollars for all these different downloads of music. It kind of ticked me off because it's like, well, now I can listen to it for free with ads. Like, dumb. Let's see here. It's a C-130. A C-130. Isn't that that's a plane, a C-130. I don't know about a Hercules. Armed like a tank. Yeah, a C-130 is a plane. But yeah, that really sucked to me. It was like, come on. About the music. Yeah, C-130 is a big plane. They used, if I recall, they used some of their C-130s in California for the fires, and then when our fire season's over, they transfer them over to, what's that place? Australia, down under 120 millimeter cannons. Yeah. Doesn't the Warthog have those on it too? The A10, 120 millimeters. One's those. F-22. Yeah, F-22 Raptor. One of the nicest jets that are out there. I think that's the Raptor. Really nice. F-35-2 or the EF-2000 or Su-57. The Su-57, that's Russian, right? Oh, the Warthog's 30 mil. Okay. I was thinking they were 120s. Whatever it is, it sounds cool. The other day I was, we have a base near me. And I thought for sure I was working at a customer's house that was near the base, and I thought for sure I heard a warthog gun going off. No planes were flying, I don't think. I don't know if they were doing some testing because they got some shooting ranges out there for the military only. And all of a sudden you just hear, and I was like, that's got to be a warthog gun they're testing out. Gotta be. It sounded just like it. Yeah. Well, well. Time is it getting to be by now? Probably close to 8. 7:42, at least where I'm at. Yukon. That's another one I've subscribed to recently. Yukon on YouTube. He's a sometimes he talks about guns, sometimes he talks about stuff homesteading, sometimes politics. He's like a down to earth guy with a beard and overalls, I forget exactly. Big flannel plaids like. I don't even know those numbers, sorry Micah. In that respect you're smarter than me. Oh, let's see. Facebook alert. What's your guys' genre of entertainment, like movies? Mine would be growing up, it was mostly like action adventures, what I really like and still do. Um, Stuff that's a little more like better morally, like non-rated R. I don't watch that stuff just because it's not good for the soul. I like sleep to keep me entertained. Yeah, hey, amen to that one, brother. I was a bar musician before my health tanked. Okay. Then maybe you couldn't stay around there anymore because of the smoke? Because I know a lot of bars, California outlawed it, but I know a lot of bars still have smoking in with the bars. So it really affect your health, that secondary smoke. Yeah, good question. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, what's a good, yeah, what do you play? What do you guys play any instruments? I, growing up, used to play a harmonica, and every once in a while I'd bring it out and play it a little bit. We would do, we had a church band, and I was doing the harmonica with hymns and stuff. We'd write the notes down for it. Brother had a drum set, sister had a recorder, and my other brother had a guitar. And then we had in the same little youth group band, let's see, we had a trombone, a trumpet, and then once in a while this guy would bring his, I think it was a bassoon, some weird thingy. A Gibson AG Parlor acoustic with a JBL Eon 1 busking wedge and saying one man show. A Gibson, nice. My dad has a Gibson. It's actually an Epiphone, but it's made by Gibson. He's had that. That one's an acoustic. Um, it doesn't plug in or anything. He's had that for a number of years. That would be his nicest guitar. His other one's another one he got from my brother. Trombone, okay. Yeah, you need some big lungs for that. Oh, yeah, Micah, he used to play the trombone too, okay. Yeah, we never had that many brass instruments growing up. I don't know if any of us did. I always thought it'd be neat to play a flute or play a harp. I'm not sure why. Both of them I like the noise, I guess. Bach 5 mouthpiece. Is that like a special mouthpiece for a trombone, I suppose? When it comes to that type of stuff, don't know a lot about it. We got 3 people in here, but only 2 of us are talking back and forth. Who's the third guy lurking? If you're new, thanks for coming. Give it a like and subscribe if you could. That would be great. If you haven't already. Okay, it's a mouthpiece size. Gotcha. I take it the smaller the number, the smaller the piece, or is it like wire? The smaller the number, the bigger the piece. You know how like gauges of wire, the lower like 10 gauges bigger wire than 12 gauge wire. Same with shotguns, I guess. Some things know the bigger the number is, the bigger the thing. Like a 50 gauge, 50 caliber is bigger than a 223. Piccolo trombone. I think smaller the number, bigger the cup, but I can't recall fully. Okay. So yours could have been a bigger mouthpiece then. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm suppose that if you got different size mouth, if you got a small mouth versus a big mouth, you need different ones. Never tried piccolo trombone, only an F key tenor. Okay. Yeah. What else you guys want to talk about? Let's see here. I'm trying to think what else we could talk about here. You guys go hunting? Got any hunting planned or anything? Or have you been hunting? Growing up, we wanted to go hunting with my dad's 270, his Access, but Savage Access 270. But then my grandpa got like these floater cataracts in his eyes, so he wasn't able to. Shoegaze or Midwest emu, don't know what that is. And then we would do squirrels growing up. We had little pellet guns and BB guns. We'd ask to go out in the desert there off in Moran off I-10 in Arizona here and get those little ground squirrels. And I've tried calling some in. I called in a fox one time. Never saw it coming. It was just there. And then I raised my gun. I only had a 22 and a shotgun then. I might have had the 22 pistol. But then when I went to raise my gun, it was gone already. And then the coyote I did see coming, and I shot him with the 22. He went falling down this little cliff. And so I traced his blood trail. And then once I came to like a rock face on a little hill, the blood just disappeared, and so I couldn't trace it anymore. But yeah, varmints. Yeah, I do varmints, and then the small game what I do is coyotes. I really want to do pigs this coming year, and hopefully here in September do some. That's our dove and quail season. I got a migratory bird stamp. So hunting deer I've never done, although now I have a hunting fishing license, and I put in for a couple things for the first draw and didn't get anything. Then I put in for a couple more and got drawn for a whitetail, and it's over like 2 zones over for me, but it's a very good. Well, it's just 1 zone over, I guess. It's very good hunting grounds over there. My grandpa used to hunt over there, and my uncle still does, I think. So, let's see. We built these stands on our property. We had carpeted floors, space heaters, office chairs, plexiglass windows. They were little houses 50 feet up. For like shooting blinds. Shoegaze was kind of 80s, 90s post punk. Midwest emo is a very niche from the emotional music. Is that what emo stands for? Emotional? I've always wondered. In the 90s, largely starting with American football. Is that what emo stands for? Emotional. Like when you see those emo dress people, they're just all emotional. Although I'm thinking of goth a little bit, where they're all blacked out and spikes and like blacked out eyes. Yeah, but later regular emu is more than hauled goth stuff. Yeah, that's what I figured, like gothic, half gothic. Yeah, there you go. You're right. That's what I was thinking of. That's probably why I get them mixed up, because it seems like some emu people do kind of have a gothic look, so that's probably what that is. Yeah, half goth stuff. Dusty, you're speaking German now. Midwest emu is mainly acoustic, love lost kind of stuff. Okay. My my mom's from the Midwest. She's from Wisconsin. She was born and raised there until she was 9, and then she flew over just by herself with TWA when she was 9 to great grandparents' place here in Arizona. She flew here for her health, for asthma. Micah Bell, I am Bavarian in lineage. Okay, I am German. I have German and Norwegian in me, and a little bit of Oneida Indian. I lost my keys. Do I listen to the email while finding them? Too much sand. For what? What's the sand for? Maybe I missed something. Oh, in the Midwest? Wisconsin, I don't think has a lot of sand if you're meaning that. Unless you go to the border of, what's that? Lake Michigan there. There'd be a lot there. Sunny Dowie Real Estate. Is that like a real estate company? Let's see here. We had 11 people come in so far, at least that commented. 11 people commented. I think we had about that last time, or a little less. We had 11 likes instead of 10. I think the most we had come in yesterday was 19 people total of different people. Be nice if we get some more. I don't know if there's a way I can like broadcast it out. I did a little bit, as in like under post for my account. That way, people that are subscribed would at least come. Let's see here. Dusty, I barely speak English. I can't even breathe without biting my tongue.
Sorry about that. I bite my tongue too if I want to talk really funny, like, yep. You know, I sound like some crazy cartoon character. Yep. Yep.
I'm Appalachian. I sound like my name should be Cletus. Like Cletus McFarland YouTube channel. I follow him too. Cletus, get my shotgun. Well, there's one right there, a 10 gauge sitting on the table. Just don't grab it. Thing kicks like a mule. That double barrel. Now my single shot New England's Arms, that thing kicks more than that. I think it's because I was gonna say it's shorter, but not really. It is lighter, so that could be why. But yeah, it shoots modern 10 gauge, and that thing hurts. That double barrel does some, but not as much as you think it would. Yeah, Cletus McFarland YouTube channel. I really like them. Most of the time, I haven't actually watched them in a while. I still get alerts from them, but the more you watch it, it seems like the more alerts you get from them if you're subscribed. So I haven't watched them in a while, so it seems like the algorithms of YouTube's know that I don't watch them as much. So every once in a while I get alert. But I was kind of like for a while I was watching, like, they have every once in a while like a series of something they're doing, like a build, and so I'd follow them then, which maybe they got more of those. If I get fat enough, is there more or less recoil? The recoil is the same. It's the felt recoil that keeps you planted or not with your weight. But the recoil is the same unless you put higher or lower power, right? I want to get a half decent shotgun. I'd want a semi, but I'm a southpaw, so the ejector port flash. Okay, yeah, I don't know. Obviously, they make southpaw semi-auto rifles and bolt actions. But as in a semi-auto shotgun, do they make a southpaw? I'm not sure. You'd think my brother would know. He bought a southpaw deer stag. I think it's called Stag Arms AR-15. He ordered that one in. It's really nice. I think he paid like 1,200, 1,500 cheeseburgers for that one. Versus my Delton, that's a middle of the road. I paid like 790 cheeseburgers for that. Let's see. Did you look different places, like say Gunbroker? Sometimes they have some oddball stuff on there. Dusty by a blunderbuss. Yeah, that's true. That is a type of shotgun. You can put whatever you want. They do make black powder double barrel shotguns too. Yeah, the Stags are really nice. His is definitely nicer, a little bit nicer build than my AR. My AR is kind of more patterned after a M4 a little bit. I kind of like that look. It doesn't have the top hold handle though. Let's see though. Most semi-auto rifles I ran regular. They don't put off ejector flames. Okay, but yeah, shotgun probably would because it's so much power coming out, right? Would even a Beretta semi-auto, or a What's that other really good brand people always brag about? It's not a Beretta. That's a semi-automatic shotgun. Benelli. A Benelli. Those are really good shotguns. I do have some low pressure shotgun shells, low recoil, that are 12 gauge. They're called super lights. That way, if someone is training on 12 gauge, maybe something like that would work for a semi-auto. What I have here is these. Thankfully, you're allowed to touch these. These Fiocchi White Rhino super lights. They're supposed to be like half the recoil, or a little bit more. Maybe give those a try if you have a semi-auto that someone has and want to test it out. These are number 8 shot, so they do cost more though. Well, yeah, I know the recoil, but like obviously if it's low recoil, your spark or your flashback is going to be less. That's why I'm mentioning that. Just a suggestion. At least I would think so. Yeah, I'm cool with recoil too. I'm like Kentucky Ballistics. I eat recoil for breakfast. Of course, then he likes to say, "Oh, I could," like his big old rail gun, punt gun that's on that big huge thing. He's like, "Well, I would shoulder this thing, but I just did, chest workout last night or this morning, so I just can't do it today. But normally, yeah, I could do it." He hasn't posted anything on that in a while. That punt gun he's got, that's on the track. That thing is cool. He's got all this other stuff. I would love to spend an afternoon with him and shoot some of his big guns. That'd be cool. What are y'all favorite generation of Desert Eagle? Like the mini Desert Eagles, or you mean like the full size, like the 50A and the 44 mag? I have not handled one of those. I've never shot one of those ever. I would love to. I've seen them there at gun shows. There was a pretty neat looking one, but yeah, they're usually like $2,000. The one that J Dog has is pretty cool. It's that gunmetal look. That thing's pretty neat.
What's up? Going live? Yeah. Cool. Let me hop on.
Almost 2 hours now.
On your channel.
Yeah, cool.
Let me hop on.
Yeah, there you go. Let's see here. That was my roommate. He just came by. He's like, "Hey, I'll hop on your channel real quick." He doesn't mind guns. He's not into them like I am, but he doesn't mind guns. Let's see. Now you said your Discord is the same as your YouTube. Yes, yes, it is. Let's see. Also, the punt. What is this? XDDDD. What's that? Yes, my YouTube. I mean, my Discord is Desert Armory and more. First or second are the best. They're the ones without the built-in compensator. For what? First or second generations, I'm thinking you're meaning. Hey, hi Duran. That's my roommate, by the way. He's in the other room. Hey, can you double tap the screen, Duran? I know you're subscribed already, but if you double tap, we'll get that like. XD is a sideways laughing face. Is that what that stands for? Okay. Before emojis came, emojis. Support this dude. Yeah. Well, I've had 3 people on my stream, Duran, for a while before you came, and I never heard anything from that third one. Uh-oh, there he goes. A lot of people ask him about if he knows anything about that song, Duran Duran, the group. He doesn't know much about it. We were sheltered growing up. He's been my friend for quite a while. He's what is he, like 12 years younger than me or something? Let's see, that would be, he's 14 years younger than me, almost. But I've known him since he was like, what, 6, I think? Yeah, he's a Justin Bieber guy. I have to listen to it quite often. Friend request and it didn't work. It could be because I'm not able to get on. Let me see if I can bring anything up. I don't have any alerts that says that you tried to. I might not have the settings right because I just downloaded it yesterday. Hey, thanks, Duran, for popping on. Enjoy your dinner. I'm going to smell it here shortly, I'm sure. I haven't ate yet either. And I still need to go to DG and get some milk. Want to go to Dollar General for me? Do you need a king or two? He's not that old, dude. He's only 41. He's just barely older than my sister. My sister's 40. She just turned 40 in June. My brother-in-law is going to turn 41 in December. Sometimes. Hey, I'm 35 and I use a cane when I'm hiking because I have a bum knee. My left knee I messed up when I was 20, I think. I was playing volleyball at a Bible camp, and I went to save the ball because it was going to be out of bounds, and I snapped my ACL and tore my meniscus, and I've had surgery on it, but it still bugs me. So when I'm hiking long distances, I'll have those walking poles. Dusty, do you need help crossing the street? I doubt that. What is your Discord number? You mean like the same as my phone number? Probably. I would check, but I'm doing a live and I don't have Discord on my tablet, so I'm sorry I can't check that for you. No, he's meaning me. I believe so. Cars don't want to hit a 200-pound man. Yeah, I wouldn't want to hit a 200-pound man either. But yeah, I can't look that up, I don't think, because I'm doing a live and I'd only have Discord on my tablet. I'm in my phone. Let me see. I got a chronic arthritis. I feel you on the woods and stick thing. Yeah, like I forgot to bring him when I was hiking with my dog a couple months back. We went on like an 8-mile hike. And I don't even remember where those are. They're probably somewhere around here. Since I moved, I haven't found them. From Arizona, from Cali back to Arizona. Anyways, so I found a stick on just the side of the road and used it. Or the side of the trail. Let me see if I can find, let's see, where's my Play Store? Discord, and download it on my tablet. Where's Play Store? And see if I can get it through that. Let's see here. I'll screenshot that. Excuse me. Let me type in here Discord. I might not have it set up right. Discord. See if I can have the same account but on 2 devices. I know you can have that for some stuff like Signal if you link it over. They used to have numbers, but now it's just my SN in lowercase. Okay. Well, mine would be, yeah, the Desert Armory more, but I don't remember if it's capitalized or all small letters. It might be all small letters, like you're saying. Yeah, I would check, but I'm doing a live, so I can't, or at least not on the phone. Let me check if I can open it up on my tablet. Log in. Let's see here. See if I can log in. Yes, I'm human. Let's see here. I make my own walking sticks. Nice. I got a few seasoning. Okay, let's see. Okay, I don't have the right password or username. One of them's off. Might be underneath my phone number. Trying to log in. It's not letting me even though I'm putting the right info in. Try one more thing here. Then we'll quit because I don't want it to freeze up on me. There we go. Let's see here. Let's see if I can bring that back up. I have to do authentication. Ampersand? What's that? is there, and ampersand. Okay, not now. Okay, so I that's the thing. I only downloaded it and I did nothing else. So let me see. Well, actually, for some reason, it's saying my profile is Jerome Grunwald, my name. Even though I thought for sure I put it Desert Armory. Oh, you know why? It wasn't Discord. That was Rumble. That was Rumble. Sorry. So my name, it's my name, Jerome Grunwald in lowercase. That's why it's not working. Sorry about that. I forgot. I signed up for two things. One, I signed up for Rumble one day, and the next day I did another one. So yeah, if you want to send a request to Jerome Grunwald, all lowercase, they don't come through. I have a screenshot of yours, so we should be good there. Login detected on other device. Let's see. I'm trying to send something off to someone here, and it's not working. Comment section. Hey, there we go. I just got the request. Accept. That's a funny name. Spanky McFinkelstein. I accepted it. Did it work on your end? There we go. I just sent you a guy waving some weirdo box looking thing to do good. Let's see here. That's weird. Okay, good. I'll probably go ahead and wind down and shut this off. Get on, get some stuff going this evening yet. So I'm glad I was able to get done a little sooner because I started sooner. I think I started at like 7 something yesterday and we got done past 9. So, all right, thank you. Thank you. We only got 2 people on now. We got 12 likes. Hey, one more like than last time. Good, good, good. Well, guys, I appreciate you coming and showing up. It looks like Dusty and Micah were the 2 that were on the most. Thank you, guys. And then Tristan was number 3, and J-Dog was number 4, and Tathel Llama was number 5. Thank you all, guys, for showing up. You have a blessed rest of your evening, and keep looking up and doing what's right. And remember, before you do something, what would Jesus do? You all have a blessed evening. Thanks again for another great stream. And I'll probably mostly keep them around 2 hours. Thanks, Micah. Thank you, too, for being the faithful. You all have a blessed evening. Bye for now. Till next time.